It's important to know that the person who presents in court will bear little or no resemblance to the person that you thought you knew. They are going to give their best performance, and it could cause two responses in you. First off, it could cause a huge feeling of regret. If only they could be the person that they are pretending to be right now, then maybe you could still be a family. The second one is a feeling of anger. I mean, who the hell are they kidding? This is not who they really are. Unfortunately, in court, neither response works well for you, because regret can make you question your experience, which in turn makes you question your evidence, which reduces your confidence and your credibility. And it will also make you vulnerable to the abuser's charms again, which could see you plunge back into that abuse cycle, which you can see in your workbook. Anger, on the other hand, can make you look aggressive and abusive, which adds more weight to your ex's argument that you are the problem all along. So being prepared for not recognising your ex anymore is really important and helps to prevent you from the false narrative getting any momentum. The truth is that abusers do well in court, and this is primarily because their behaviour matches the setup of the court. So court pits one party against the other and assigns blame. They do that. Court decides who is responsible and then makes all the decision, which is great for someone who avoids taking responsibility for their actions. They make the assumption that a case is high conflict when really it's one party bringing the conflict, which again, for someone who is blame orientated, that works perfectly for them. The court allows them to take centre stage, and we know that their ego needs them to be admired and people pay attention to them. Professional bias does exist, and they absolutely know how to play into that. They are actually expert manipulators. They know human psychology really well by accident, but they use it to their advantage. They use a lot of emotional persuasion, and that can carry a lot of weight, particularly with professionals. So even just saying the word abuse is like a verbal grenade that's dropped into court proceedings, because suddenly everyone has to go and investigate and goes into rescuer mode, which we will look at in another section. There's also very little opportunity to defend yourself against allegations. The court doesn't give you much time, and so it's important to have the right strategy to be able to deal with them from the start. Court orders can feel like punishment. Again, for blamers, that's brilliant. They want you punished. As far as they're concerned, you are to blame for all the pain that they are suffering, and so you deserve to be punished. And finally, lying is rarely punished. Again, that's exactly how they live their lives. And so, as you can see, that they match perfectly, and that's why they can do so well. They present themselves better because they're highly manipulative. They know when and how to turn on the charm and can easily build rapport. You, on the other hand, are feeling very vulnerable. You're emotional as you've been psychologically abused and made to feel totally incapable. You don't trust yourself or anyone else, and yet you need someone to remedy this for you. You need to know family court is psychological warfare. Everyone knows that the best way to defeat an enemy is to get to know them and what makes them tick. So in the next lesson, we're going to look at the types of abusers and exactly what makes them tick.